Yo, how's it going? So, in this video, I am not, unfortunately, going to be going over the Engel and the orange carb. Sounds really good. What I am, however, going to be going over is the Line 6 Pod HD Pro. As you can see, I've got my little wireless unit attached to the top of it as well. I'm controlling it with my Line 6 FPV shortboard, the second generation Mark II. A bit better than the previous one, I'm presuming, otherwise they wouldn't have made it. So basically I've owned my Pod HD for just over a month now. It had to go in for repairs because it had something wrong with the USB for about 2 weeks. So I've actually only been playing with it for about a week, and these are the tones that I've been getting out of it. This is my Ibanez RG7321 with Bareknuckle, Bareknuckle Nailbomb and Coldsweat pickups. Very passive, very clear on the low end. There's my wireless unit on. My wireless unit is on. There we go. But yeah, so my main tones basically use the Engel amp. If you didn't know already, you know, with owning an Engel, I kind of like it. The 7-string tones that I'm going to be showing you are a bit different to the 6-string tones, but only because of the amount of gain that's used in them. Because when you use 7 strings, you kind of want to back off the gain. I've made that mistake in the past. It sounds muddy. That's how the 7-string tone sounds. The sound's coming out of my Yamaha HS50M monitors, which I plugged into my Firestudio Mobile by Presonus. My Pod HD Pro is plugged into my Macbook Pro by a USB cable, and the sound you're hearing is being controlled in Logic. Blah. Signal chain will be in the description. But yeah, so just quick on the tones there, because I don't want to take up a lot of time on the video. But yeah, so Engel, it's basically got a tube screamer and a noise gate and a compressor in it just to bring up the volume. There's not much really to say about it apart from the whole unit's very versatile, and I'm just basically going to show you a couple of the tones that I've made, which are like, you know, what I've done. If you guys want the tones, I'll stick them on Dropbox, or I'll stick them on Mediafire, Mediashare, whatever's going. Or you could, if you've got me on Facebook, I'll PM you them. But yeah, so 7-string, I'm just going to go through my tones, swap my guitar, stick it to my 6-string, show you how this baby sounds. So that's the Engel. This is my Engel with a bit of reverb and delay. Yeah. Get some really nice pinch harmonics out of this. Yeah. In fact, I think I'll probably swap guitars over. I'll just keep talking about the whole thing in general. I mean, it's a really good unit. For its price, it's a very affordable unit. Most places should be able to do a bundle. I got the bundle for, I think it was $7.99, which basically got me a little shallow rack, 2U rack, just so I could put Pod HD Pro in. As you can see, I've got a bit of a bigger rack. And I also got the FPV controller thrown into. Right then, so 6 string. I'll show you some of the tones that I've got. First off, I'm going to show you this one, which is very nice, clean ambient tone. A lot of reverbs and a lot of delays going on in that tone. But yeah, on with where it's at. 6 string distortion. Now you can set effects onto any channel that you've got running, and you can call the effects up just on the channel, or you can also call the effects up by creating the channel and sticking it on another bank. So in this case, I could control my solo tone straight away without having any delay between patches. This is how the delay sounds between patches, by the way. So that was swapping between my tone to my solo tone. Yeah, but if I go back to the angle channel, I can also call the tone settings up the same. So but yeah, so that's just a bit of information swapping between tones. And then another tone that I've created, which is kind of popular with music right now. Yeah, so it's kind of like I basically increased the I can't remember what the setting's called, but it basically brings out a lot of the high frequencies and gets rid of the lower ones. So if this is it's exactly the same tone as my normal one. There's just a lot more emphasis on the high end. And finally, there's this tone. really nice, clean, spacey tone going on then. If you heard it sound different in the middle, that was because on that tone I have some modulation on it. I have a bit of, it's called dimension, it kind of makes it seem like it's going like this. So I turned it off just to show you how it sounds, just without it, because it sounds really good with it and it sounds really good without it. So the dimension thing's a really cool little effect to have on whilst you're playing with a clean tone. But, you know, as for tones, that's all I've really got at the moment. I haven't really had much time to be experimenting around, making some crazy spacey tones, or crazy, just monstrous tones. Boom, boom. If you've got any questions about the unit itself, you know, send me a message, or, well, send me a comment. It's a lot easier to reply to comments. Yeah, so it's a really good unit, very affordable price. I think for the high gain, the amount of tone, I think you can get a lot of high gain out of this. There's various different amplifiers. You can find it all on the Line 6 Pod HD site, you know, line6.com, Pod HD section. Comment, rate, subscribe if you like this video. Most of the riffs were by my band, Exitum. Give us a like on Facebook. I'll stick that stuff in the description as well. Pod HD Pro. Word.